even though, as you said, like karma is such a ubiquitous idea. Like it's not an idea that, as Rex says all the time, it's not his idea, it's our idea. It's something that, like Eric said, you already know it, but you have trouble vocalizing it. The thing that I find the most difficult and frustrating sometimes is the fact that it is such a new way of doing things that it's difficult, I think, for people, and myself included, to figure out ways to, like, okay, I know what I want to do. I know how I want to show people this path. I know how I want to be able to say, look, this is the path, come walk it with me. But it's difficult to figure out ways to do that because no one's ever done it before. It's like you have an idea where it's like, okay, I want to, like one of the things Rex was talking about is like going out and making those little art pancakes
at Karmic
fairs and stuff. And it's like, okay, well, that's a really great idea, but how do you then take that idea, that thing that you want to do, and how do you get past all of the roadblocks that are in the way to you using that as a way to deliver the message of karma to people?
Right.
I know it's something that I've had a lot of trouble with myself, and I've definitely seen other people have that problem, even if it's not something that I think they're able to necessarily vocalize. It's like, it's one thing to have a really great idea, and it's another thing to be able to take that idea through all of the roadblocks to the completion of it, to be able to deliver that to people.
Yes.
So that's something I find very difficult. And it's interesting because it is such a universal concept, but then there's all these little nitpicky things that get in the way of you delivering that message to people.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Totally.
Yeah.
I think that's a big problem for a lot of people, is because until you face it, you're like, oh, I have this really amazing idea, and then you hit that one of those blocks. You're like, well, I don't even know how to proceed from here, because I know where I want to get to, but there's no process for getting to that point yet.
Well,
I like how you painted that picture. That was really cool.
This would be my answers. You get to make up the way around the obstacle too. That's
you definitely do.
That's why I say it's such a weird. Like I said, it's so freeing that it's almost debilitating, because it does. It makes you wonder, can I get around this? Do I know what to do? And the answer that I'm going to tell everybody is, of course you do. You made it to the roadblock, so obviously you know a way around it. The hard part, and this is where having a community, something like a karmic transmission, is so important, is because you have to be willing to give it a try, and knowing that there's a couple of people that are willing to, like Greg said, you have to be willing to fly. You got to be willing to let go and trust that things are just going to go, and that's the end of it. And that's scary. It's truly a scary moment, thinking that, whatever happens, wherever this goes, this is what I'm trying to do. But it's incredible, because the minute you get past that one, when you get to the next one, it's not a mountain, it's a hill. And then the next thing you know, it's literally just a rise on the horizon is all that it is. Because every time you get over one of those things, you see that you can do more.